And we're back. So it's not the same issue as the other one.
Oh, well, that's
Move the cursor a bit,
something.
please. Yeah, I don't know. What I don't hear is the buzz. Jackie, can you go back to Lestrade for a second? I just want to hear
Yeah.
see if the audio works. And we know we're not gonna. He doesn't give us much info at all. Yeah, no, I'm good. I hear the audio.
No, okay, never mind.
As soon as you open the book, I hear the buzz.
Pike Langdon, that's the one we're going to, right? We just
Sure.
saw Brian. Yeah, we just saw Brian. Oh, wait for
Listen, I didn't have to restart the computer, so it's a fucking miracle.
Oh, man. I remember being younger than Addie. I think it was Miles' age. We used to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I never. I didn't like that show.
I used to like watching it, but I was always like terrified afterwards. Like I totally get where she's coming from, but that's why my parents stopped letting me watch the show.
Yeah.
So like I get it.
Oh, I know, Seraph. Listen, it's almost every fucking week. It doesn't matter, and it's usually not my fault. Usually,
Wait, what happened?
it's technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah.
Last week was bullshit. We're not saving. Why does it need the fucking RAM to be initialized? Why wouldn't it tell me an error message? Like, I mean, it's bullshit. I'm sorry, it's bullshit. It's not in the manual either. I fucking checked. And if I didn't have the second game, I don't know how the hell we would have figured it out.
For me, it's more just frustrating because I have told her time and time again, I will not let her watch videos. This is how we're going to be when we watch them because I don't. I know that what she's watching isn't as scary as some things. So like it could be worse, but I also don't want to tell her like there's worse.
Wow, Jackie.
I apparently well I kind of did it the other day and I was told that it was wrong. So I was trying to show her like big picture stuff, you know, like give her a little bit of perspective on things. And I was told, nope, that was apparently not the way to do it. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you because I don't. I don't know, man.
Don't jinx it,
I
Jackie.
think he's actually asleep, so I'm not so worried about him. I mean, don't get me wrong. It could be totally wrong, but
Alright, let's take a look. Error code that we got was E-pipe. Nice. Broken pipe. 171. Also, protocol error. Right. Pipe came first.
that's a stupid quote.
What
Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom.
the fuck does that mean?
I don't fucking know. It's a stupid quote.
Someone sounds better already.
I know. This is what I'm talking about.
She's talking about fight or flight mode.
Well, because I've been talking to her about this, because her right now, she flips back and forth between the two. Look, my fight or flight, sadly, leans very heavily toward fight, and it's not a good thing, but it's also like, I don't know, it's useful in certain circumstances. But she's, I don't know.
Well, the only other thing I found is someone else having the exact same issue that I'm having.
And that's a bad thing?
Oh no! Well, I mean, yes, because there's no solution for said issue.
Oh.
The one I had tonight is different than the one I was getting on their laptop.
Okay.
But I had to check. Well, birds have gone south again.
Mm-hmm.
Catch. Yeah, this chocolate. This is riveting stuff, sir.
Delicious.
Yeah, the one with the sea salt and without. I got one.
Mm. I like both. Excellent.
Would you like another?
Yes.
I feel like I'm like throwing a dolphin a treat.
Thank you. A seal? You want
Oh,
fish?
Well, especially because you're all bundled up now.
They are really good.
It's a great juxtaposition. I'm in short sleeve and shorts, and you have more layers than a whale.
Yeah.
I don't know how many layers a whale has. I needed something. I didn't really think the line through.
It's funny because I fully expect myself to eventually get too hot to take this off, but for now I'm good.
It lives, I see. Ors doers. All right.
It's your creepy stuff too that we gotta stop.
Which creepy stuff?
A big component of it is all the creepy things that she feels bad telling you she doesn't want to see. Like the
Thanks, Sarah.
creepy eyeball monsters and all the sculptures and all that stuff.
One video.
Not one video. All of that guy's sculptures with the bloody.
Are you talking about Jack Jack?
I don't
First of
know.
all, we watched one Jack Jack for the first time in 6 months. That's one. Two, I put on a woman who put on a compilation of her. Granted, yes, they are creepy things. So.
Yeah, but she's.
I know.
She's recognizing
So now
them.
I know. Now I know.
She told me that she's been having these nightmares and she's been toughing them out since first grade. Hold on. And when she was at Grammy's house, she wasn't having the nightmares as much. She couldn't figure out why. And then she said, Daddy, all I did today, I just watched video after video. And she said, and I think we're making me scared. So we agree. We're chilling on the YouTube videos.
Yeah. No kidding.
Right.
But I can tell you why she didn't have nightmares at Grammy's house.
I can't hear a word you said.
Don't worry about it.
She's running around like what? Yeah, they were still watching videos all day. Just not creepy videos.
I don't watch. You know what? Don't worry about it.
All right, Jackie.
Don't worry about it.
The board is yours. We had to restart the stream because the video stopped.
I heard.
Okay.
It was a endeavor.
No, this time it was really easy.
Oh yeah?
I didn't have to reboot.
That was good.
Bless you. This was a lesser issue than the one that we were having with Snatcher.
Yeah. That Snatcher one was annoying.
Yeah! That's why I can't bring my good laptop now.
Considerable fortune when he took Lord Finch's spinster daughter Mary off his.
We did this one.
Mary's brother, the present Lord Finch.
Big collector, the general.
Oh my god! It was bad the first time!
It's written right there.
You wrote that down!
You wrote that down!
Worst man in the chair ever. What do you got for us, Porgy?
Bloody shame it was about General Armistead's death.
How touching, Shinwell.
Armistead?
So grieved to see him pass on.
Well, sure, I had me money on him. I should have trusted me instincts and gone with one of the ladies.
Captain Jurgens doesn't seem to have had much of a following, even at 25 to 1.
Nah, that's just Booth Lacey and his cronies, and that's really a sentimental bet. You see, Jurgens is Lacey's uncle.
Lacey Underalls.
Jurgens.
See? I can do Caddyshack quotes all day too, Alec.
There's only one left, I think.
So Jurgens is Lacey's uncle and was the long shot.
Seraph says, I've lost track of how many times I've called Alex the worst man in the chair ever.
Is there any mention of the tontine fund in the General's will?
None. It simply states that Farnsworth Armstead's entire estate is to be used to form the Armstead Foundation, an organization to be dedicated to the study of military history.
I have to say.
Can you make that more boring, dude?
I have to say. Who in there... Who hates their child so much that they named them Farnsworth as their given name?
Was Farnsworth a hoity-toity name in the 1800s?
Couldn't have been. I think it was a last name.
All names were last names at one point.
I don't know what you mean by worst man in the chair. I've got detailed notes about this entire...
Oh, okay.
Wow, you're still hung up on that, huh?
And then when I asked you about them later, and you're like, I don't know where it is.
Give me a minute.
I think my favorite was when you took pictures of things and then you were like, oh wait, I didn't take pictures. Oh wait, I deleted them.
Yeah, that was also
I straight deleted those.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
I was like, I got rid of those. This take up space.
God.
I like how your statement was immediately undercut by example.
General Farnsworth Armistead, Tontine ticket holder.
No, hold on. It's just there's no I.
Yeah, but people keep saying Armistead.
Only one guy said that.
People keep doing it.
Armistead. Decorated soldier of foreign wars and author of Treasurer of the Conquerors. He was killed by some old codger who walked with a cane and carried a carpet bag.
Damn carpetbaggers.
I found the general leaning over the display case. He had his saber in hand, the one that usually resides above the fireplace.
I understand he was a collector of military figures.
Yes, the display in the study shows the last great British charge that swept the French from Waterloo.
Is there any significance to the fact that the figure of Napoleon is facing backward?
How strange. Perhaps I should go and set it straight.
No, don't touch it. Not until the police have concluded their investigation.
Oh, yes, of course.
I also noticed the portrait over the display case.
The late Mrs. Armstead.
Wearing glasses.
Detect a note of hostility.
I must admit we did not get on very well. But I might say that Mrs. Armstead did not get on very well with anyone, including the general.
You mean they didn't marry for love?
Hardly. Lord Fitch, Mrs. Armstead's father, arranged the match. Her dowry was very generous. Lord Fitch would pay any amount to ensure that he would not be left with a spinster daughter, especially such a nasty one.
If there was no love lost between them, why did he keep her portrait in his study?
Actually, it was put up there to needle Mrs. Armstead's brother, the present Lord Fitch. He never approved of the marriage.
You want to take that line again?
After her death, they were involved with mutual business affairs. They jointly owned stock or some such thing.
Tell me, do you know what the general was doing at the time the intruder arrived?
Yes, he was working on the new section of his book. The part that concerns the gem, the Polar Star, was very interesting, really. It traces the ownership of the gem to the brother of Napoleon to the Russian Count Rostov. Unfortunately, the gem was stolen from the Count 3 years ago. As a matter of fact,
Wrote none of that down.
The general just received a letter from a Pierre Montan who said that he was willing to divulge the name of the present owner of the gem for the agreed-upon fee.
Do you know where Mr. Montan might be found?
I believe he's staying at the Bridge House Hotel.
Did the general have any encounters with anyone out of the ordinary in the past several days?
Not really. An old friend of his has been in town, Jean-Paul Girard. Neither the general nor I have seen him in 40 years. In fact, they were going to meet this afternoon at the French embassy.
I'm obviously curious about the general's last visitor. Could you describe him, please?
Right, French embassy.
He was an old man, a rather short fellow.
Sigmund Freud.
He carried a carpetbag.
Did he give a name?
No. He simply wanted to see the general, and he handed me a letter to take in to him.
Did you read it?
No. It was in an envelope, rather yellowed with age, though I noticed it was addressed in a graceful hand to Captain Armstead, 12th Hussars, the general's old regiment. When the general read it, he went very pale. And he asked me to admit the gentleman.
Tell me, when you finally got into the room from the garden, were the study doors still locked?
Yes.
I noticed that there is an 8-foot fence surrounding the garden, and that the only way into the garden or out of it is through the kitchen door or the study.
How terribly observant, Holmes.
Okay, that was a lot.
Short guy. You didn't write down half the names I was hoping you would.
Yes, I did. I wrote down all the names.
You wrote all the names, though.
Right. So, yeah.
Gem guy.
Fitch's father arranged a marriage. Pierre Montan, I guess, at the Bridge House Hotel. J.P. Girard was the old friend.
Did you write down the people who used to own the diamond as
the
well?
French embassy.
We don't know who used to own the diamond.
We definitely know who used to own the diamond.
Oh,
it
we
was
do.
Napoleon's
They just said it. His
cousin,
brother.
brother. Sorry. I'm thinking of who
was
has
Bonaparte, Bonaparte who owned it, and then it went to Count Rostov, who we got earlier when we were talking about the 1865 50th anniversary.
Which one are you looking for, Jackie?
Montar, but I guess they're not there.
And then after Rostov...
No, he's at the bridge thing, remember?
Oh, that's right.
It was assumed to be Andre Mactine, or Bactine. I wasn't quite
Go under
sure.
H for hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bridge House.
Yeah, Bridge House Hotel.
How in the world did you hear about it so soon, Mr. Holmes? The body's still warm. Couldn't have happened more than 10 minutes ago.
Body? What body?
Well, the one what's upstairs in 203.
We're here for something else, actually. Looking for Pierre Martin.
Well, that's the very fellow what was done in.
Well, tell me, young man, do you know what transpired?
Well, Mr. Matton checked into the hotel on the 8th. He was a Frenchman. I didn't speak to him much.
Who discovered the body?
I did. Well, I came along to his room to deliver a wire. Here it is, sir.
Nope.
Information still valuable. See me, Wells Osborne, Norgate and Company Publishers. Tell me, did you see anyone suspicious hanging about?
No. No, sir. Well, actually, now that I think about it, there was a rather large man with a foreign accent. Russian, I
A
think.
unibrow.
He said that he wasn't sure about the address and that he'd only just arrived in London. He asked for Mr. Matton, and I sent him straight up. Well, he was rather well-spoken and well-mannered. I didn't think anything of it at the time. A few minutes later, he came down. He was practically running. I saw him go out the front door and hail a cab.
Was there anything amiss in the room?
Oh, I'll say. An inkwell was toppled on its side, left an awful mess on the carpet. Big blue spots and inky footprints right the way to the door. The manager will be in a fret when he sees it. Fortunately, there was no blood.
Perhaps he was strangled.
Strangled, just like Andre Mactine.
Mm-hmm. Who was found in the water. Mactine, is that what his name is?
I don't know.
Could be
Mactine or
Mactine.
Let's try
Actine.
Nactine.
Tough acting to Nactine.
Matine, Pierre Matine.
Yeah, Mactine.
Hey.
It's tough acting to Tontine. Something worked out in there somewhere?
Nothing on
Oh.
file.
Yeah,
Just
because he's
wouldn't
dead
answer
and it's
the door.
irrelevant.
What did you learn, Watson?
Not a thing, Holmes.
You learned nothing?
Don't get testy, Holmes. There wasn't anyone about.
My humble apologies, Watson.
Just checking.
Points are gonna hate that. We're gonna have 500 points.
We already have...
We've got a shitload of points already.
As I said, I don't care. Anywho, what is the next name you wanted to check?
Well, so Martine's dead, right?
Matine.
We could
Marty.
go to the French embassy.
Yeah, let's try French embassy. Holy shit, it's Jeffrey Epstein.
J. Epstein.
Farney and I spent over a year quartered together in France in War College. We became the best of friends.
Did you know much of the General's personal life at the time?
He always put the rest of us to shame in the matters of love. Said it was because we had no horse face to spur us on.
Did the General have a passion for horses?
Mon Dieu, no. He was engaged to a terribly unattractive woman by the name of Mary Fitch.
Ooh.
Behind her back, that's what he called her. Horseface.
How dreadful.
Whatever became of her? She eventually became Mrs. Armstead and
She
brought...
became Mrs. Horseface.
Jesus.
I believe that Farney looked upon his stay in France as his last great fling.
Are you saying that there was no particular woman at the time?
I did not say that. There was one, but I never met her. My little flower, he called her. I remember one night he could not sleep. He was slightly drunk, and he kept rambling on about promises that must be kept and promises that couldn't be. Finally, he collapsed on the bed with such sadness in his eyes I will never forget it. Ma Fleurette, he said. How very touching.
Daughter.
Have you
Yeah.
seen much of the General over the years?
What?
We have always maintained our friendship through correspondence, until last week, that is. It was the first time we had seen each other in over 40 years. We had supper, and then went to see the French actor Philippe Arnaud perform. The General commented
what?
that my presence beside him while French was being spoken reminded him of the old days.
So your visit went well?
Exceedingly well.
Can you think of anything that might have been troubling him?
No, the General was in excellent spirits. He joked about the upcoming Tontine celebration at the Langham, and he was very enthusiastic about the new information concerning the polar star. In fact, this week he was supposed to meet with a countryman of mine about it. It is hard to believe that my good friend is gone.
So he called her Little Flower.
Yeah, so it's likely a daughter that he had
Yeah.
while in France.
Yeah. And what was that last name? Something Arnaud or something?
It was... Yeah, Arnaud. Probably Arnould.
Arnold,
Probably
yeah.
D instead of LT.
I said D. And wrote D.
You said LT.
I said LD.
No, probably no L.
Might be.
Well, we're wrong on both chances.
Neither L nor D nor D.
Arnaud.
Philip Arnaud L.
Philip Arnaud, you don't.
The great French actor who was a member of the famed French company Arnaud. Our knuckles are sore from pounding on the door.
He also has nothing to do with the case, I imagine.
Alright, then I won't even bother. What else?
Well, let's see.
What's the name of the...
Pierre Martin was killed.
Oh wait, we should check
What's the wife?
the brother-in-law, right? Fitch.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
Fitch.
Lord Malcolm Fitch.
Malcolm Fitch is the son of Lord Fitch and the grandson of Earl of Leicester.
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 Why did I say Leicester? I know that's Leicester. What's wrong with me? Nervy. That's what the Aussies would say about the Navy.
I admit I strongly disliked Armstead. He was a cad who made my sister's life miserable. I argued at length with my father against the marriage, but to no avail.
But what was your sister's opinion at the time?
Well, unfortunately, Mary was not the attractive sort who had scores of suitors.
Wow.
My father was afraid she'd be left a spinster. The engagement was arranged just before Armstead went to France. During the year he was gone, I had him watched and discovered he was in the thick of some scandal involving a young French girl.
And you told your father?
Well, he wouldn't listen. I even went so far as to give the story to the newspapers. But my father got wind of it and used his influence to prevent its publication. I would have done anything to keep my sister away from that man.
Including murder?
Why, that's preposterous. Well, surely you don't think... I was scheduled to meet with Armstead today. But you see, my wife took ill. I spent the whole morning attending to her
Isn't his sister
here
dead already?
until Dr. Ainsbury arrived at around 11 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, and your sister's dead already, so I can't imagine.
Not published in the newspaper,
We still don't have any information on the short person, right?
No, not yet. We just know that he had a carpet bag, he's short. Although the picture looks like Sigmund Freud.
It could have been young Sigmund Freud.
Go to L.
Look for F first. See if Freud's there. Ah, damn.
Go to Lacey Booth.
A common beggar, but very clever indeed, has been known to use numerous disguises in his endeavor to bilk the public out of their tuppence. Landlady says Lacey's always buttering up to his uncle, some bloke called Captain Jurgens. She also said we should find Lacey at the Red Bull Inn.
I'm sorry, why did you...
I don't remember why. Because Jurgens.
Why are you laughing at Jurgens? What's funny about Jergens?
I find Jergens funny because of Jergens, but also, I don't know, something about it just feels funny. Like it's...
Jerking off. No, that's not it.
It's not it?
You're more of a stroganoff.
That is funny, though.
Stroganoff.
You're more of a stroganoff kind of guy.
I was going to say stroganoff. I was like, it sounds like stroganoff.
I already made my choky chicken joke earlier.
Oh, boy. Alright, let's go see what this fucker's up to. As Sherlock Holmes would say, let's go see what this fucker's up to.
Yeah, as the famous Sherlock would say.
He wasn't in, Holmes, though his landlady suggested we might try the Red Bull Inn.
Yeah, say, did you not go to... I thought you changed locations.
Yeah, so did I.
I did not yet. I just wanted to double check. And don't worry, we're adding points.
That's another
Nobody
point.
fucking cares.
That's another fucking point, Jack.
Who cares?
Points on the board! Red Bull in... Red...
Wait a minute, because the other one was under the fucking hotel, so give me a fucking break.
I know, I was giving you...
I know, yeah, no, I thought it was going to be under hotel.
I was giving you a hotel, I wasn't giving inns.
yeah, exactly.
I was wondering if you'd seen a Mr. Booth Lacey around here today.
Nope. Must be my lucky day.
Well, then, if it's your lucky day, why not spread some good cheer in the form of a pint and some food to that unfortunate chap standing outside your door? Poor bloke is missing an arm and a leg.
That poor bloke's your one and only Booth Lacey.
Uh.
The whole thing's an act. He's as normal as you and me. Spends half his time begging out front and the other half swindling folks down at London Bridge Station.
So he's like the homeless in Philly. Not all of them.
Can you get me some ribs?
Yeah, rib lady.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm pregnant. You're still pregnant? No, again.
You made some bad choices, lady. Wasn't that what Bill said? That was Bill.
Bill said. All right, so let's go to London Bridge Station and inquire about this homeless guy. This fake homeless guy.
It's been too long since Bill's been here for like a rock band.
Yeah, I agree.
It was great having Bill here to do, I think he did...
AC/DC.
He did AC/DC. I think it was Back in Black, I was going to say.
Oh, he loves AC/DC.
Mr. Lacey, I see you still make your living by strapping your arms and legs behind you and fooling the poor public out of its tuppence.
Man's got to make a living somehow. What can I do for you, Holmes?
I want to ask you about the murder of General Armstead.
General who?
Really, Lacey. Perhaps you can fool some of the public some of the time, but you can never fool Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, that General Armstead.
That's a terrible
Where
wig.
were you at 10 o'clock this morning?
Where else would I be? I was at church.
You, Lacey, at church. It hardly seems like it.
I swear, at St. Mary's. They pass out soup and bread every morning at 9:30. The father will vouch for me. You can even ask him.
I may just do precisely that.
St. Mary's.
I'm on it.
We are on quite a red herring trail, I imagine.
I was going to say...
But who knows? Maybe they twisted it.
What was the name? What was it? Something Blaze Wiener?
Blaze Wiener.
From Mean Streets?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Mean Streets feels like forever ago now.
You might want to go to... There you go.
St. Mary's? You got it.
No, I would check under churches.
Oh, look, it's Escoff. Sagan.
Sagging off. My name is Strogan. Strogangoff.
I was wondering,
Strogan.
by the name of Booth Lacey. I should say that I do. I see him every morning at Vespers.
Look at those whiskers.
No, at our soup kitchen. We can pray for the unfortunates of this world, certainly, but we can also offer them a little sustenance of a more nourishing kind. Every morning at 9:30, our doors are thrown open to those less privileged than ourselves. And every morning, without fail, Booth Lacey is here. You're certain of that? I am. You see, with only one arm, he needs someone to carry his bowl to the table. Invariably, I am that someone.
All right. Well, that's the end of that trail.
Yep. Sorry if, yeah, no, that was part of the joke.
Go to N. Norgate and Co. Also, I wonder if it was the London Times. Can you do the London Times too? He was going to bring that to the paper, right?
Oh,
They
yeah.
never printed it.
Established in 1788, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. Okay. Ellis didn't have much for us today. So we're just going to go back to Ellis if we go to London Times.
Okay, don't go to the London Times then. Try the other newspaper.
Yeah.
This one's more scandalous, right?
Yeah. Norgate and Co.
Pall Mall Gazette.
Pall Mall.
Let's just go and see what they say.
Pity. It appears that no one is in.
I wonder if Alice's dialogue changes depending on the order in which you go.
Nothing else has been that way, so I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
Sarah, I can occasionally deliver it extremely dryly. It's very difficult because I just want to laugh. But
Which one?
Norgate and Co.
oh, when I said it's been a long time since Mean Streets, or it feels like it's been a long time since Mean Streets, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Danny.
It has been a long time since Mean Streets, though. So much has happened since then.
Okay.
Not on stream.
No.
Wells Osborne is a senior partner of Norgate and Company, a
Wells
London publisher.
Osborne.
Don't fuck with me.
Wells Osborne.
Recently,
Come on, cheat. Let's go talk to Wells Osborne.
That's pretty good, Alex. Alex, you could be courtesy.
Yeah.
Recently, they have published more than their share of controversial books. They are located at 36 New Oxford Street. WC.
Water closet. Yeah. I got you, Jackie. I got
Thank you. So the General's book was controversial from the beginning. The General was revising a section to include the Polar Star Diamond. It seems Pierre Martin was supposed to give him the info, but they never met. He mentioned a Russian fellow named Rostov.
I know, I've had Rostov.
Oh, we had the name. I thought we just knew it was Russian.
Sorry, Holmes. No information here.
Then let's not dawdle, Watson.
Rostov on it.
I guess it's just another way to get Rostov.
Rostover.
I guess. They've mentioned Rostov like 4 times, though. We visited David Sennett, right? He was the valet that we talked to.
It's funny, I've got this on... I have it on stream right now, so I see
No
the
Rostov.
video there, and then it updates here, and then it updates here.
Russian Immigrant Club.
Oh, did you look for the big motherfucker?
Gathering place for Russian expatriates. Scotland Yard seems to raid them regularly, but never produces any incriminating evidence.
Oh, those good old New England Patriots.
The Somerset Patriots.
Expatriates, nobody fucking cares. Found a little note stuck on the door.
So no need to go in, they're not there.
Yeah.
Listen, it's like my family at home. No mistake gets by.
Go to the hotel. We already visited the Waterloo banquet, right?
Mm-hmm.
We visited Bridge House.
You did Bridge House.
Oh, what's up?
Oh.
We could go to Jurgen's house.
Jurgen Jurgens.
We could go to the Thomas twins.
Schmitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen.
Roberto Jorgens.
He was number 1, Mr. Krabs.
Smitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen.
The old geezer says his no-good nephew Booth Lacey has his eye on the tontine money. Also thought you'd like to know Jurgens gets about on a cane.
He might have been jerking it off.
Robert Jurgens gets
How
off.
unfortunate. There's not a soul in sight.
Pity.
Well, that helped nobody.
Roland.
In the words of Abby. Good night to nobody. She was like 3.
Yeah.
It was great. Maybe.
Thomas Roland Dudley.
Nate.
Peter Dudley. Oh, Drury Lane.
I'm sorry, wait.
Drury Lane.
Question first. The names that you just said, are they one person or are they three different
They're
people?
all last names.
Just
Thomas,
making sure.
Roland,
Okay. Because
Dudley.
the way you said it, it sounded like it was... Dudley was a regular bloke, says he never met the general.
All this way and not a...
Jackie's like, fuck it. It's not the spot. I'm out of here. I don't need to hear Sherlock and Watson dicking around.
Nobody needs to watch them jerking their dicks around.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sure there's plenty of fanfic where they're dicking around.
There's lots of them. Are you kidding?
Right.
So I said, I'm sure there's plenty.
Thomas? Which Thomas?
The
Anita or
Thomas
Claire?
twins. Anita and Claire.
They're 80, right? And I'll bet you they're small. Tontine ticket holder. These old biddies made our heads spin. And if you go there yourself, don't take tea. You stay and they'll talk your ear off.
I'm going.
I'm
Tea.
going.
Red Zinger.
Thank you, no.
See if I remember.
It's really quite good. We were just going to have some ourselves.
I really won't be staying long.
We get visitors so seldom.
Did you know the General?
We suppose he was at the last anniversary banquet. But we don't believe we ever met him. We were so sorry to hear of his death. It is such a pity.
Well, so, I imagine you ladies have thought about what you do if you won the Tontine
Watson
money.
looks like such a
We have
Dumb.
no living relatives, so there's no one to share it with should we win. We need very little to get by on. Undoubtedly, we would leave it to the Ladies' League for the Preservation of Finches.
Preservation of
fucking
finches?
Finches.
Not fitches. Finches.
Finches.
Listen, I know people complete each other's sentences, but that was fucking ridiculous.
Also,
Not
they look
bitches.
nothing like twins.
Benches.
They be binging.
The preservation of bitches.
The preservation of bitches. Oh, where all the bad bitches gather.
What's the third name?
The third name was, you did the Thomas twins, right? You've got Roland. And that's about it.
Rowland?
Keep Roland. Yep.
On your phone.
Said he knew the general and was sad to hear of his death. Seemed like a right nice bloke. He is leaving to visit his son in America for a month. I'm sure he can't be a suspect.
We'll
I'll
see
determine
about that.
myself.
It appears that they just...
Fucker.
To the newspaper.
Which one?
I don't know.
That doesn't fucking help me then, huh?
No, like, he means, like, the actual...
Oh, right, we haven't done the news yet. What was the date?
Well, wait, we could go back to the names. We could also go to Lloyd
I
Schumacher.
don't know the date, Jackie.
Al, what's the date?
S.
Oh, yeah, let's go to S. Schumacher. We don't know the date, Jackie.
It's kind of important, isn't it?
Maybe.
Shoemaker.
Oh, I can look up the date.
Shoemaker.
In the manual.
Yeah.
Go to Shoemaker first, Jackie.
I'm doing it. I'm doing that.
He was the predecessor.
June 10th, 1890. Oh, I forgot to read it. Hold on, before you click. Let me read it. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
An initiate of high society. An officer. A collector of treasures. Sonperel. He had traveled many pathways throughout his lifetime. This time, he crossed the wrong one.
Wrong pathway?
No, it says one.
Okay.
The wrong lifetime.
Yeah. A former society columnist for several of London's garbage papers, he was forced into retirement in 1877 when Langdale Pike began gaining in popularity.
Began ganging.
Don't know if this helps, Governor, but the general had a French girlfriend by the name of Arnaud right about the same time he was fixing to marry some other bird.
Aha!
Arnaud!
Did we go to
Arnaud! Sorry.
Yes, we did.
Oh, that's also what the Aussies say. Instead of saying, oh no, it's, oh no.
They say dunny for bathroom, so they're just invalid.
Nar! They never would, nar!
Nar. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So we should talk to Philippe Arnaud.
Told us you might be able to help us.
And how is Langdale these days? Has he lost his job? Or perhaps you're here to tell me that he's succumbing to some rare disease.
Oh, heavens
Jesus.
no.
You'll be happy to know he's in the very pink of health. Oh, I'm sure you have no idea how that makes me feel.
Mr. Shoemaker, the reason we're here is to ask about General Farnsworth Armstead and the circumstances of his marriage to Mary Fitch. Have you any recollections that might help us?
Ah, Miss Mary Fitch. As I remember it, Lord Fitch was in a dither to marry off his daughter. Auction off might be more appropriate, actually.
And Armstead was the highest bidder?
Suffice it to say that despite a reputation as a randy-dandy, Armstead's career prospects were bright, and that seemed to be enough of a recommendation for Lord Fitch. The girl's brother was very much against the match and did everything he could to break it up. Soon after the engagement was announced, Armstead went on a tour of duty in France, where he had an affair with a young French girl. She became pregnant with his child.
How positively scandalous.
Back to Arnaud. We didn't actually visit him.
We didn't?
Nope. Because we said we don't need to.
Oh my god!
Really?
I was all for visiting everywhere, and you told me not to. Philip Arnaud?
I know. Arnaud.
Thanks, Al.
I've rung them.
That's what it was. We just couldn't get to him.
That's what I thought.
Alright, so hang on.
Can you go back? I want to hear what it says, Jackie.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry if you didn't just fucking click through everything immediately.
The cojones.
God.
They had absolutely no information pertaining to this case.
I thought not, Watson. It appears that we've wasted our time.
Okay.
What was the date for the newspaper?
June 10th, 1890.
Yeah, say June.
Gross. Also gross.
I'll scan it here. See if I find anything.
Personal and telegrams from Paris.
Why do you always revert to the Galaxy Quest voice?
I don't usually, but...
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do, actually. What are you talking about?
Harold, same time next week. Carriage accident in Curzon Street. Sir Sidney
Curzon Tax.
Sloane desires to tender his warmest thanks to the gentleman who so courageously stopped Lady Sloane's horses in Curzon Street. The Indigent Blind Visiting Society.
Ooh. 2 pages from now. Go 2 pages.
Metropolitan Police found in public carriages.
Next
Lost Property Office.
Walking sticks. Oh,
wait.
I did mention walking sticks.
Hang on. Deposited within the last month. A number of articles including jewelry, purses, coats, cloaks, shawls, opera and field glasses, bags, umbrellas, walking sticks, books, and application to be made at the Lost Property Office. Great Scott. Oh, you know what it is? That's the shit that's where what's-his-face is getting all the shit that he wears as disguises.
Likely. This one's the important one.
Waterloo anniversary. The Times is pleased to announce a dinner on the occasion of the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Waterloo. Langham Hotel. Surviving participants in the Waterloo Tontine will be guests of honor. Further information is available.
Yeah, I thought that was the hotel we went to, but it's a different hotel. So okay.
Langham Hotel. Okay, good to know.
At Waterloo,
Keep going.
Napoleon
sorry.
did surrender.
Stage as a profession.
Nope.
Dramatic burlesque training college. Toy exhibition. Free.
Nope.
Oh wait, little toys, right? Didn't he have
Tin soldiers.
Yeah, didn't he?
It is. That is literally the name of the case.
Kobe's annual sale of model and accumulated stock. Foreign and colonial news. We have received the following telegrams through the Reuters agency. Turkey,
Reuters.
Constantinople, Istanbul.
We're good. Keep going.
Yeah. Orders have been issued to hasten the work of preparing 3 warships.
No.
The coal strike in Australia.
No.
The Tornay Treasury case. Nope. Nope. The Recreative Evening Schools Association.
No.
Sir, will you allow us, through your columns, to appeal to the public for assistance in the volunteer work of this association? New
Books.
edition and new books. Here we go.
Yep, scroll down.
Yeah, I know. Calm your butt. Nope,
No.
that doesn't help us. The Mercantile Urge.
Nope.
Princess Theater. Wait.
The entire company, front over the company Arno Park.
Compagnie Arnaud.
Theater, too great.
Successes of the
Okay,
year.
yeah.
Vive l'Empereur and Paris fin de Cisla. I don't know how to pronounce that last one. But that
Seagull.
is Compagnie Arnaud.
Yeah, the only thing I'm going to take there, just in case, is the manager, Eric Idler.
Yes. Allegro. A village priest tonight.
So looking at the newspaper for last week,
Right.
there was a incident at the theater.
Wait. Deposited at the military exhibition at Chelsea, a most valuable piece of evidence as to the birthplace of the great Duke of Wellington.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, never mind.
There's a performance at the Théâtre Français this evening was disturbed by an occurrence which resulted in panic. Shortly after 10 o'clock, the electric wires supplying the chandeliers came in contact in consequence of the wearing away of the envelope. The light was consequently extinguished, and several sparks fell among the audience. While I'm here, one of my friends used to say, consequently.
What?
Consequently?
Instead of consequently?
Yeah, it was real weird. I made sure that it didn't sound weird.
That's something I would say while I was mid, stroke. Like, whenever I'm reading something.
Mid-stroking off. Consequently.
Would your phone go off on that one?
What does that?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Oh.
Because this fucking alarm.
That's my morning alarm, is the whiplash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
A panic ensued. In spite of the efforts of the actors to reassure the public, the firemen on duty at the theater immediately communicated with the headquarters of the brigade, and a steam fire engine was dispatched to the spot. Dispatch spelled wrong. The incident caused great excitement in the neighborhood of the theater. Disturbance at the Russian Social Club.
A lot of fucking needs food.
Botkin. The scuffle broke out last night at a lecture on women's rights and birth control at the Russian Immigrant Social Club. The featured speaker was Sophie Botkin, wife of Vladimir Botkin, the exiled Russian anarchist. According to the president of the club, Jacob Epstein, the disturbance occurred during the reception which followed the lecture, and which was attended by close to 100 women. One of the women apparently became outraged and had to be escorted from the building.
You got this one right now?
No, what is this? Persian carpets?
Yeah, I'm just... Because they said he had a carpet bag. I'm just wondering if maybe somebody bought a carpet and made an actual carpet bag. That's why they fucking called them carpet bags, because they were made from carpets. Anyway. Best Havana cigars.
Did, the person that was killed in the water, do you remember the name?
Yep.
That was Martine, right?
No.
Yep.
That was Martine killed in the water.
Andre Martin or Vatine.
I thought that was the one we
That was the person who was strangled to death after Count Rostov.
Who was killed in the hotel?
The person who was killed in the hotel was Pierre Montal.
Okay. Well, there's another body that was killed 6 days ago. I guess it's the third, actually, a week ago. Leo Shepard was shot. Fourth victim found murdered in the vicinity in the past 5 days in Southwark Bridge. I don't know if that's related. But there was a reference to Lindsay and Company, as he was a barrister and senior clerk from Lindsay and Company.
We can't go to the lost property office, it looks like. Unless you go to...
I think they said it was at Scotland Yard.
I forget it. Go to Lindsay and Company. Let's see what it says. See if I'm off on a fucking wild goose chase.
Legal firm.
That seems like no.
Go to the Langhorne Hotel. Under hotels.
Langham?
Yep.
Wait, there was one more I wanted to... Wait. Before we do this, because I know we do have to do this. There was one more that was not a hotel. What was the fucking name?
There's the Willis Room Toys. There's Eric Idler, which is Arno's manager. You could look at Vladimir Bodkin.
Wait.
Or Sydney and Sons Carpet Bags.
Hang on.
I think Eric Idler was part of Monty Pythoner.
Eric Idler. Manager of the Princess Theater. Okay.
Mr. Charles Attard
Wait, go in
was
there.
also killed.
Why not? Go into it. Give it a shot. Maybe he's fucking homeless in there.
Princess Theater. He's the sole manager of the place.
Idler.
Idler, yes. I don't know what I said.
Just hit the travel. You're on him already. You're technically selected on him.
Alright, fine.
Nope.
Are we okay now? Are you going to tell me to go back?
I tell you to go to the Langham Hotel.
No, I'm going to check the Princess Theater and then go to the Langham Hotel.
That was the Princess Theater.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, right, that was it.
It was his house. Splendid productions of the plays from France. The box office is open daily. There's some Frenchy play going on at the Princess with a lion going around the block. Sorry, Holmes, but we didn't have time to wait.
We really don't have anything yet.
No.
But you must see Philippe perform. My nephew's an artist, a wonder. He manages to portray the Emperor Napoleon from age 19 until his last days on the island of Savarnay. You would swear 5 different actors playing the part, but no, it is only Philippe aging before your eyes.
Philippe Arnaud.
At 48, he's the toast of the continent.
You seem rather young to be the uncle of a 48-year-old man.
I am but 8 years older than Philippe, though I can assure you I am his uncle. You might say that our family has a history of late arrivals. Philippe's father was 25 years older than myself, and Philippe's poor sister was 15 years older than he.
Why do you say poor?
She died many years ago under tragic circumstances. In fact, her mother was so upset over her daughter's death that she was put into an asylum. We received word yesterday from the asylum that she had also passed away. It upset Philippe very much, resurrecting old ghosts, as you might say. But we have been playing for enthusiastic audiences for several weeks. As we say in the business, the show must go on. And Philippe is a trooper. He would never allow it to affect his performance.
Can you tell us where Philippe Arnaud is this morning? We should like very much to meet him.
Well, he is not here now. Our company is staying at the Grand Hotel. However, I believe today he is visiting the National Gallery. But if you would come back this evening, I will have tickets awaiting, and after the show, you're welcome to come backstage and meet him.
Do we think that Armstead is the father?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and Philippe Arnaud killed him.
I'm willing to bet that he's not Philippe Arnaud's father. He is the sister's father.
Right, sister's father.
And he blames Arnaud for abandoning his mother. And
let's go to the National Gallery and find out.
All that shit. I also need to use the bathroom.
Or the Grand Hotel, but we'll go to the National.
Let's try the National first. Neruda, madame.
If you need to use the bathroom, go use it now.
Do you need to poop? Is that why?
No.
No, just go, Jackie.
I will. Just a second. Superior Art Museum with the finest collection of Flemish and Dutch paintings. Oh, well. All right, I'll be right back.
Funny.
She doesn't seem
She doesn't seem Flemish.
She doesn't look Flemish. Yeah, you know it. I'm glad that I can just say the word funny.
And we both know
it's like, well,
going.
Because somebody said a word with ish in it. Alright, power nap. Go. You little chocolate one. Power napping.
Chocolate famous. Famous for helping you get to sleep faster.
Oh, absolutely. It's got a little sea salt caramel in it.
Oh yeah. I made sure I got the sea salt ones. The regular caramel, I want sea salt. Sorry, it's the day after Easter, so I'm getting all the cheap candy. It's like what I do for Halloween and Valentine's Day.
Oh baby.
And Christmas.
Cheap candy. My second favorite kind of candy.
What's your favorite? Expensive?
Free candy.
Oh, free candy. Okay. Oh, absolutely. I don't give a shit. You know, fucking Easter candy. Chocolate's good. You know, it's chocolate.
Lest we forget.
Oh, Raspberry Zinger?
Get our red zinger. Damn, that's a good chocolate.
They know what they're doing down at the old Gear Deli.
That's what we should do.
Oh.
We'll open up like a diner mechanic.
I'm listening.
Called the Gear Deli. We'll fix your car and make you a sandwich.
That was horrible.
We'll also make you a car and fix you a sandwich.
Sarah also face palmed on that one.
So I was talking to the payroll lady at work today. Because I had to tell her that I pushed for her to get like a recognition bonus and a salary increase, right? And she had been away for a while, so she was talking to me about, she went down the shore with her family, and then she was like, "You better be ready because I'm going to be gone again for another 2 weeks." And she was like, "Oh, I'm going to Belize with my one friend." And I said, "You have one friend?"
You son of a bitch. Oh my god, Alex. Fucking horrible.
And the whole story was to distract the fact that we were talking about dad jokes, so I could come back around to my my dad joke, so it would land proper. But I apologize because I said when you become a dad, it's like being bit by a werewolf. All of a sudden, you just have to make jokes like that.
I bet you were doing it before you became a dad.
I did like those jokes a lot before I became a dad.
Alex, how do you get away with being such a dick? Inquiring minds want to know.
You saw the new friend I just made, right? While picking up the chicken in like 10 seconds. It took slightly too long for me to get the chicken. You guys were like, what happened over there?
It wasn't that long.
I know. It was a very quick, fast friend.
No, I meant to get the chicken.
That's why I said slightly too long.
It wasn't slightly too long.
It was the appropriate amount of time.
If anything, it was pretty fucking goddamn quick.
Yeah, that's true. Imagine if he didn't fuck up the order. Then he would have been here sooner when I didn't have as much time.
You know what's annoying? I always tell him to just drop it off.
Yeah.
Contactless.
I think ours says contactless too.
They fucking contact anyway.
That's that guy fucking contacted. Did I throw my chicken out already? Yeah. How was yours?
That was great.
What'd you get again?
Soy garlic.
You want any sugar?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
No, not raspberry. Fucking like an Earl Grey. Sure, I can go over milk.
I don't know, people are weird.
Yes. Yes, they are. I've got nipples. Can you milk me?
You want like a tiny mug or like a big fucking stonking mug?
Tiny. I don't want.
Okay. Do you want regular size or tiny?
Regular size mug, Alex. Not a honkin' mug or stonkin' mug. I don't know what you said. Something honkin'.
Something with an onk in it.
What makes no sense, Sarah? How Alex gets away with everything? I know, Seraph, I know. And yet, here we are.
Keep coming back.
Who? That seems boiled enough. What does that mean? Is it boiled or is it not boiled?
Boiled.
Is it boiled enough? Jesus Christ.
The difference between boiling at like 160 and boiling at 195.
Well, neither are boiling.
According to this, those are the numbers on it, and the water's boiling.
160 is not boiling. 190 is not boiling. 212 is boiling.
Well, it doesn't say 212 on any of those things. And yet when I press I don't know if that's a temperature or if that's like a wattage or something.
What the fuck is this device?
This here. On the handle there.
No, it says degrees Fahrenheit.
Alright, well I assure you, the water is boiling.
What the fuck? What do you do every Monday, Seraph? Most Mondays.
I'll take an oolong with 2 teaspoons of sugar. If it says oolong on it. Uh-huh.
You're getting Bell.
That's fine.
Alright, go ahead and talk to him.
Art museum. 2 teaspoons, please.
All the lights was out.
All the lights was out. All the lights was out. I forgot how New York these people in London can be.
How lucky. No one seems to be around.
No one's there.
Alright, let's check the hotel.
Yeah. Where was the hotel again?
Langham.
No, not that one. Where's he staying?
Grand.
Thank you. Then we'll go to Langham.
Grand Budapest.
Budapest.
Is that like hamster?
No, but that's really funny. It is technically pronounced Budapest. The Grand
What?
Hotel... You didn't know that? Budapest is pronounced Budapest.
Where's the H?
It's...
Up your butt.
It's Hungarian. It is Budapest.
Oh.
It's no different than, like, if you were to say most things in Irish, like Irish for cheers is sláinte. It's SLANT, but it's sláinte.
Well, they should fucking figure out how to spell correctly.
They were never supposed to be written down to begin with.
You sound like a gold member.
Sláinte.
Thank you.
The Grand Hotel is located in Charing Cross, and it is one of London's most recently built hotels.
Launch it up.
Launch.
What?
It was hot.
The hotel manager wouldn't let the likes of us nose around. Maybe you'd better have a look yourself. Alright.
How fortunate that Inspector Lestrade authorized the hotel manager to allow us to search Philippe Arnaud's
The
room.
same hotel room as the other
Return
guy.
the favor and solve a case for him someday. Today, for example. Let's look around.
How strange that a man who requires a cane would leave without it.
Perhaps he doesn't require it for walking.
Look
It's a
here at that
sword.
handle. Well, that could certainly give a fellow a start.
Precisely, Walter.
Ha.
Look here. It appears to be a letter.
Looks quite old. It's addressed to Captain Armstead, 12th Hussars. Shall I read it?
Please do.
Dearest, how I hated you for leaving me, but the child, our child, eased my heartache and muted the hate. Now my sweet baby is dead. How cruel that the innocent must suffer for the sins of others. Now I have nothing. Now I am nothing. I cannot bear the pain. Goodbye, I love you still, Fleurette. How tragic.
Oh, so that was her name.
Perhaps this is the very letter that the general read.
Good thinking, Watson.
Oh, you know what I think it was? No, I think it was Arnaud.
Yeah.
Remember, he's an actor. He can put on any
100%.
disguise.
It's Arnaud.
Yeah. Are we good to go? I think we're good to go.
I think so. Alex?
What does it have to do with the tin soldier?
Nothing, Al. He's a fucking soldier.
Because he's a fake soldier? Because he's dressed up as Napoleon? Because he's an actor?
Yeah.
Let's go.
And he's
Was
short,
that dire
like
to
Napoleon.
We'll see.
you? Holmes. Oh, sorry. I was thinking more like a...
Queen's Courts
stands in
Stein.
order. I see we have the pleasure of your company today, Mr. Holmes. I understand you've been investigating the murder of General Farnsworth Armstead.
That's correct, my lord, and I believe I have solved the case.
Do you now? Well, then tell me.
Do
who
you
murdered
know?
the General?
I believe we're to choose from either our notebook or the directory, Holmes.
As usual, Watson, your help is invaluable.
So we can do our now?
Yes.
A brilliantly logical deduction, Holmes.
Thank you, my lord.
Now tell us, why was the General killed?
Get out of running for the Tontine Prize to avenge
To
the honor
avenge
of
the
our
honor of our
sister
sister
Florette.
Florette.
2 or B, right?
Yeah, it's B.
Yeah.
Now tell me, gentlemen, what was the General trying to say when he turned around the figure of Napoleon?
He wasn't trying to say anything. The figure was turned accidentally. Warlike murder, blah, blah, blah. The sword that killed him was identical to the one Napoleon carried at Waterloo. His murderer was the actor who was playing Napoleon.
Philip Arnold.
Rather clever of the old boy now, wasn't it?
Indubitably. A man who keeps his wits about him
Indubitably.
at the last has my undying admiration.
I was wondering, just for the record, could you tell us what the General used to call his wife?
Flower.
No, his wife was Horseface.
Oh. Horseface. Why does that matter?
Congratulations.
Why does that matter?
He called her a horseface. Anyway, the murder has been solved.
Wait, do you remember? Reminds me of. Do you remember the movie Big Daddy when they have her? They have the one guy, the one friend's girlfriend on the stand, and they're like, "What do you do now?" "I'm a doctor." "You're a podiatrist?" "Yeah." And for the record, where did you work while you were going to med school?
My word, dear
Hooters.
If we had been top notch, we should have cracked this case in 26 points.
Fuck you.
I think I will ring up the university
All right.
immediately.
You know what it is? I don't think they want us to actually go through with all the like videos. I think they want us to just.
No, I'm sure there's like a quick path that's just like you go here. This person says this person's name. This person says this person's name. Holmes would have been like, "Well, of course, I knew immediately to go to the theater."
All right, this is
we
it.
Went to the theater.
We have finished Sherlock Holmes, consulting detective.
This game ruled.
It was.
Actually.
It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Some small issues.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Oh, right out of the gate.
I don't want to judge it for its potential.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
As he sips his tea. Like a pretentious professor.
Bless him.
Yes, the pretentious professor who sips his tea and then does that. Yes.
We have a new nickname for Alex, the pretentious professor.
Pretentious professor.
Indubitably.
I don't know. I really did enjoy it. Like an 8.5 or something like that.
I'm between 8 and 8.5. I think.
Yeah.
Myself. I'm thinking 8.
I enjoy. I'm thinking back to also the first case, right? I'm trying to pull a Chopped, where you really got to think of the whole thing.
Hold on, that's a quote. That's a fucking quote.
You get what I'm saying, though, Jackie, right?
You're putting the whole thing together. Like, it's the 3 pieces. Like, at the end of it, you're like, I liked this one. They didn't do so great at this one, but we have to consider the whole meal.
I thought of the cases. What did we have again? So it was the Tin Soldier, right? Oh, you've got the booklet.
The Mummy's Curse.
Mm-hmm.
The Mystified Murderess. And the Tin Soldier.
I thought the acting was fun and the right level of hammy.
Yep,
agreed. I like the cast of irregulars that you could go to for more context. Yep. I like how many different red herrings they filmed for.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
But and the red herrings don't feel painful like they did in Mean Streets.
No, they feel like
if anything, I actually
ones.
like when we get to the end of these ones, I'm like, oh, that's a shame.
I'll tell you what. This game, interactivity in Mean Streets aside, right?
Yep.
Where you could go through and like say, tell me about this, tell me about that.
Yeah.
We know going to a location generally what we want them to tell us about, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if we had to get in a car and drive down the road every time we wanted to change location?
This game would.
We had to
this
drive
game would plummet.
to each one of these houses, right?
Oh my
God. This is what Mean Streets could have been if they cut all that bullshit out.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
And the difference is we can type actual questions into Mean Streets.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, you know, what we're looking for.
Right, but this is like a lower stakes version of the complexity of Mean Streets.
Yep.
Right?
It's really, honestly, really great that we played Mean Streets right before this.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because we could think of it the other way and be like, well, this is just like a shittier version of that Sega CD, you know. But God, there's so much more they could have done with it, right?
Well, I mean,
I know there's a second one coming.
There's a third one. That's
one.
on the Sega CD though, but there is a third one.
I think for me, it's still an 8.5 in terms of how much we enjoyed it. We were having fun with the newspapers. We were having fun with. There's so much extra little charm that's added into it that gives it that extra half a point for me.
It does. It feels like an actual mystery. I feel like you actually have to think of it as a detective and like look at all the pieces.
We're looking at dates. We're looking at times.
We're double checking on names.
People, you know, they name a hotel or like a jewelry company, and you're like, oh, we still didn't go to Cabot's, you know, like we had other avenues we could have explored still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think overall, real fun. I could see an 8. I personally go in the 8.5.
Yeah, that's understandable. I was between 8 and 8.5. I think I'm more towards the 8.
I think a 9 is a little too aggressive on it for me. Because of the way that my scale has been.
I don't think it hits the highs of Star Trek 25th Anniversary.
Correct. That's kind of the benchmark I'm thinking of. As a 9.
Okay. Well, if you think of it that way, then yeah, I would go to an 8.5. But I still had fun.
Jackie,
with this.
you get to do your own scale.
What did you give Star Trek 25th Anniversary?
Pretty sure I gave it 9.
9, yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I did enjoy this just
no,
as much.
she gave it to 10.
Oh, so then, yeah, I'll stick with my 9. Because I still think this is absolutely.
Yeah, Alex and I each gave it a 9.
Yeah. Real good stuff. Pleasantly surprised here by the Sega CD Sherlock Holmes game.
And there's another one, so it's ready. All right, Jackie, you up for Clue?
Yeah, we can do a Clue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
We'll go to the bathroom, and then I'll switch us over. Talk amongst yourselves.
This Red Zinger's really hitting the spot, I gotta say.
I haven't had it. I honestly haven't had it in probably 25 years.
What's the B in RBC?
What?
Never mind.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
No, I know. I got it. That's okay.
You said RBG?
RBC.
The Royal Bank of Canada?
No, it's something blood something.
I have no idea.
Don't worry about it. I like the bottle of mercury over there at the bottom.
Yeah, I like this.
Just hanging out.
It's just his bottled up hate.
Who's the big Q-tip user?
Me.
Ear or not ear?
Ear.
Oh, absolutely ear. God.
And I know I'm not supposed
What's
to,
not
but I do
ear?
anyway. I have to at this
like
point.
Makeup or something like that.
Oh,
I have to though, because at this point, after 10 years of using earplugs at night with Alex, I stopped using them when he got a CPAP machine, and now my ears are fucking bothering me all the time.
I was gonna say, my left ear has been bothering me quite a bit. I've got something going on there.
Absolutely, gotta crank that shit out. I know this, I don't use it, but
I can't stand it.
Works pretty good.
I can't stand
Every
it.
once in a while, I like to get like a mechanical pencil and get in there and just like really scrape away. And,
Can
like,
you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop?
Or there's like
can
a
you
Play-Doh
no,
hook
but can
thing.
you? No, but can you stop?
Speaking
No,
of mechanical
but really,
pencils,
can you
can
stop?
you give me a few?
You want some mechanical pencils?
Yeah, we need to do Clue.
I don't know which ones have been in my ear or not.
I hate you sometimes, man. That is gross.
I am not gonna Homer Simpson myself. They're not going in my nose.
Can you just stop all of
They
it?
go to different places.
What is wrong with you?
What? No, I kidding. You don't need a bloody pencil.
Yeah, too much blood in my butthole.
Yeah.
Correct.
Where are the pencils? Does it have to be a pencil?
Al, go to the kitchen behind the water. Go to the kitchen behind the water.
Yeah, those are mostly like markers and shit.
There should be a couple pencils in there.
This one's got no bottom, so whatever mechanical pencil is in there that's all you're getting.
You don't have to make one.
It looks like somebody chewed the bottom out of this.
Oh, it's probably.
Gee, I wonder which kid it was.
Oops. Ouch.
Probably Abby.
How would she do that?
She's got an oral fixation just like he does.
Does she also peel the labels off of everything?
Yes. Yes, she does.
There's a pumpkin carver in here.
Yeah, I know.
Pencils. Here, Jack. Catch.
Okay, I guess I don't need a eraser. That's fine.
Or using pens. So. We also don't have erasers.
Thank you.
Yeah. Where's my tea? Oh, it zinged me. The lost city of Zing.
Fuck you. Oh, that's horrendous. The diamond. Come on, Molka.